Hello everybody, welcome to MNB World Talks. So this time we have invited a beautiful lady who awarded in 2017 Asian Star Model. She is makeup artist and stylist. Please welcome Miss Tugs Saruul. Thank you very much for your coming.
Hello. Hello everyone. Thank you for having me.
Sure. I heard that you have more than 10 years of experience in modeling industry, right? So could you please tell us how the first place where you worked?
As a model.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's actually my 11th year. It's been so fast. I just remember I just started modeling. Now it's been 11 years.
Wow.
So the first time ever when I started modeling was actually in Mongolia. And then I modeled here for like 1 year, and then I went to Germany, and then I started working in Europe.
Wow.
So, I mean, like the beginning, the foundation, it's definitely here. Like my walk and everything, I learned here. But then I went to Europe, and then I started to work there.
And how that passion came to you?
Actually, I never wanted to be a model, quite honestly, because, you know, my whole family, they're not into arts, you know, they're teachers, mathematicians, politicians, and stuff like that.
What you do.
Yeah, like I think I'm the first person in my family to actually like go this different route, and my family was not happy in the beginning. No.
Why?
Because, you know, like especially when I started modeling, models did not have the best reputation.
Yeah, I see.
And for me, like my goal was to show my family that modeling is work, you know, like
Quite normal thing,
yeah, it's like it has nothing to do with my personal life. Modeling is work. I work, I make my money, and then I have my separate life, you know. That was pretty much my goal, was to show that to my family, and I think I achieved that at this point.
Congratulations.
Because first in Mongolia they were not happy, but then when I started modeling in Europe, and then I was like starting to be financially independent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when my mom was like, "Ah, okay, I see you take this seriously." So yeah, then no one could tell me anything. Yeah, but then one thing was like she told me that I have to graduate, that the school that I started in Berlin, which was like for makeup artistry and styling, and I did finish that.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to, because my mom, otherwise she was going to kill me. Yeah, so I finished that, and then I could just do whatever I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I would like to introduce you to our viewers a little bit more. Okay, let's take a look. But why did you choose the modeling industry?
Well, for me, I have this feeling like I didn't choose it, but it chose me.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, because the first time, like when I went to an agency in Mongolia, I went to Tarak, Silk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually I went there for like the acting lessons, because they have like also acting lessons and stuff. And like it was summer vacation, I had nothing else to do. But then when I went into the agency, like the designer, Bolt, and then the manager, Otsurung, like they both saw me and they were like, "We want you in our show. Like, you have to like really learn the walk, and then we do want you in our, like, you know, like the big show that they do. They wanted me there," and I was like,
Wow.
I mean, okay. And I never knew that I was going to fall in love with fashion as much as I did, because the first time when I was on the runway, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I never want to go, like, I never want to step out of the stage. But then, like, when I went to Germany, actually I was just studying, and then the first time, like, I was in an agency there, was called Isayo. The director from my agency actually saw me on the streets, and then she asked me if I wanted to work in their agency, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So like each time, and then but after that, obviously I had to work for where I am today. But like the start, it's been like, I think it's been such a blessing, you know, like it's been such a good coincidence. Maybe I was like at the right time, at the right place,
yes.
maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I started, and then I just never stopped.
And what feelings do you get when you're on the stage?
Oh, on the stage, man, like
Describe
yeah,
it.
because of quarantine, we didn't have any shows for like 2 years almost.
But still,
Yeah, still like I think it's like the addicting feeling is right before you go on stage. You're like backstage, and then it's just
you're
like
so excited.
it's excitement,
Yeah, adrenaline.
adrenaline, everything. And like some people say, like, oh, I thought you worked for so many years. I thought you wouldn't be nervous anymore. Da da da. But like, if I'm
Every
not,
time, like a first time.
yeah, but it's like if I'm not nervous, I don't want to do it. It's like the whole point is to be nervous, before you start. So it's like this thing, and then you're nervous, but then as soon as you like step on stage, it feels like
In a
it
normal
feels
way.
like so natural, like
Really?
it's nice. It's like so freeing. Man, I miss my stage.
Do you like applauses?
I mean, yeah, of course. Like it's just like just walking on stage is amazing on itself, on its own. But then when there's applause, it's like wow, people actually do like me. It's a good combination. I like it.
That's really impressive. So you studied in Berlin, yeah, right? And could you please tell us the most challenging things that you faced while you were studying there?
I mean, when I was studying there, just studying as a student, I have to say finances are, especially when I was living with my mom, I could do whatever I want. I never had to pay this.
And you were financial depend as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And then suddenly I was like there on my own. I mean, my mom was there because, she was like doing her own thing in the Humboldt University in Berlin. But I mean, she was so busy. She was like traveling all around Germany. I was pretty much there on my own, and then financially, like the first like month, I was going crazy. I was going shopping, I was partying, all that stuff, I mean, like I was 19, so or 18, around that age. And then I had to learn the hard way that I actually have to, like not spend my money as much when I'm on my own. So I do have to say that was something that I had to learn, from the beginning. I think that's why it was so challenging. Otherwise, I mean, I loved my school. Like there was not that much challenges there because, like what I learned, makeup artistry and styling, it's pretty much just practice. I just had to bring in someone. I had to like do makeup on people all day long, and then styling like I had to read and then da da da. But like I mean, I loved those two topics, so it was like studying was never hard for me, but it was like the other things,
Yeah, because you loved what you do.
Yeah, but then when I started modeling, because like when I was modeling in Mongolia, like the whole scene was so different. Even when I went to castings in Mongolia, they look at different things, and so I remember like the first time I went to a casting in Germany, I had like a smoky eye, I had like my big bra, and like I went in there looking like a porn star pretty much, almost. And yeah, I didn't get booked on anything ever. Like no one was like, yeah, nah. Yeah, and so I had to learn the hard way that you cannot look like that, And then after that, when I really wanted to work, so like no more makeup, hair in a ponytail, but if they want, they can like bring it down, like just black t-shirt, black jeans.
So simple.
You have to be simple. You cannot look like
more natural.
Yeah, you have to be like the most neutral self that you can be. Otherwise, So I really had to learn that the hard way because like the first time I went to like castings, I did not look good. Because I mean, like if you're working, like when you're doing photo shoots, you already have all that on, like you have like makeup on, this and that, da da da. But like to castings, you just have to go bare. Like that's that's something that I had to learn. Yeah, and besides that, like I was like considered pretty big and fat when I was like starting there, so I had to lose a lot of weight to work.
How much?
I mean, I can't really remember like the kgs, but like when you have to like the free measurements, I think I had to like lose 5 cm on every measurement. I mean, if I want to work abroad, I have to do that now too. But back then for me, that was a big shock. I was like, wow, in Mongolia, everyone told me I was skinny. And then now I'm here, everyone tells me I'm fat.
Fat, wow, yeah.
Yeah, that was like a big culture shock, but like you get used to it.
Wow, whoa. Okay. Next point is that you awarded in 2017 this Asian Star Model, right?
Yeah.
So as a person, as for me, I'm talking about myself. I'm really the person who is far from modeling industry. So could you
Yeah.
please explain me and maybe for those who don't know too, what is actually Asian Star Model? And please.
Yeah, I mean, I did not. Okay, so like I was in Mongol Model back then, and then my director was like, "Yeah, you've been nominated. You're gonna go to Korea to like the
Star Model.
Asian Model Awards." It was like this big awards for like many
Okay.
categories. And then she was like, "You're nominated there, da da da." And then I did not know that the people there were like actually like they were like looking at my social medias and everything else that I was doing. Like I did not know that they were doing that, but apparently they were. So I think it's like more like how I am like socially, you know, like how I'm like
How
doing on
you're
social
active
media,
on
yeah,
social media.
how many
Okay.
interviews I'm doing, and then also like back then I was out of like Asia Star Asia's Next Top Model. My God, I forget this name. Yeah, I was right out of that show, and I think that
Wow.
all that kind of helped to get this award, I guess.
And how had you felt among the beauties of the world of other from other
You
countries?
mean in this festival?
Yes.
I mean, it was nice. There were like so many people there, and I actually did make a few friends. Like the girl, like the model from Indonesia, she was so nice, and then we were like talking and everything. But in a festival like this, it's not like a beauty pageant, so you don't have that much time, you know. In beauty pageants, you're there for like 2 months, a month, stuff like that. But like in this festival, it's like you don't compete. Like the people who are giving you awards, they already know who's gonna win. So I had like only like 3 days or something with the people. So I mean, it was fun, but it was so hectic. I was like, oh my god, and I had to run from one thing to the other because you know I had to attend other events and stuff. Like you know, just because. So I mean,
Just
it was
because.
yeah, just because I had to. And I mean, it was nice, but really hectic. Like I didn't even get enough sleep. Yeah.
This is challenging thing, right?
Yeah.
Another phase of your life is aside that you learned in Berlin. The next step is that you also worked abroad. So you worked in Singapore, in Italy, right?
Yeah, Milan, Singapore,
Yes.
Germany, obviously, and then I mean I went to Tokyo, New York. Actually, I went to Manila once too.
Wow.
But like I was actually like a judge at a beauty pageant,
Really?
which was so weird. I don't know why they wanted me there, but they were like, yes, we really want you there.
Was it difficult to judge?
Actually, no. I think it was actually really like, it was actually pretty easy. I think, because you just see the girls, you know, and you see how they perform, and
You
then
saw
you just
girls from other side.
yeah. I mean, but like they're still girls, you know. I mean, they're like from a different country, but they're still like doing what pageants do, you know. So it's like pretty much the same thing.
What was the most difficult thing while you were, let's say, working abroad?
When I was working abroad, I mean, it's different for everyone, but for me, like my measurements was the hardest for me because for me, like I have really big bones. This sounds so weird in English because you know when you say it in Mongolia, it's like "vitamyaste," but then when you say it in English, it's like I have big bones.
Big bones.
It's like what? Yeah, and then I do gain weight pretty fast. Like it goes like
Oversized bones, maybe?
yeah, oversized bones. I have oversized bones. Yeah, and for me, that was like staying in those free measurements. For me, it was so hard, especially like when my hips, they go up to 100 in like a week. It's so fast. But then the thing is, like when I'm working, I have to be like below 90. 90 is like the maximum, but you have to be like below that. So like to be that skinny for me, that's pretty extreme. I can't like achieve that with a healthy diet. Like never, because I'm not built like that. So I had to go a little bit extreme. I had to I had to do a lot of crash diets, overworking out, and because of that I got like a really bad stomach.
Everything is over.
Yeah, it was
Oversized, over.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it was like I think that was like for me that was like the hardest part. Everything else was actually like it was like it's fun, you know. I love my job because, I mean, no one is making me stay in this industry. I'm staying here on my own, so I do love it. But I do have to say those measurements, my God. I really thought they were going to be the death of me one day, but I mean, then I decided to like take a break for a few years.
Yeah, which
And then
is
I
good.
think it's been like 2 years since I took a break to go abroad. I mean, I might go again if I can lose the weight again. I mean, I do want to, but oh my God, just thinking about like losing that much weight again, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. That's hard. Yeah.
And what would you suggest to the girls who maybe dream about becoming successful model one day?
I mean, to be a model, it's like there's not a rule book, you know. You can be like this and this and this. You have to be like that. There's nothing like that. Like
Receipt.
yeah, there's no receipt. I mean, I think I have to say, okay, first of all, your English has to be good, especially if you want to work abroad. You have to be able to talk to people, you know, obviously. And then besides that, it's a healthy diet, and then you do have to be in the free measurements, but I really want to beg the girls, don't do it like me. Don't do crash diets. Like, try to be like healthy and work out a lot and eat healthy, you know, like, and of course, no alcohol. Yeah, but then you also have to have, you have to be tall, you know, like that's just a given. Like it's, yeah.
Just because.
Yeah, just because. That's an unwritten rule. Yeah, and then besides that, it's like you have to be able to communicate with people. You have to be open to talk to people.
Right.
And then when you go into castings, you have like 30 seconds to book a job. So you have to be like presentable in 30 seconds. And stuff like that, you know. There's like a lot. You also have to be like patient. And then obviously when you're working in this industry, you're going to be working with different people every single day. And then you'll be like talking to people that are just, you know, they have like different beliefs or like different personalities. And then you have to be okay with that, you know. You can't be like, can't look at someone and then maybe you don't like them and you're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to them. You can't be like that. You have to be like, you have to be
Keep
nice
your
to
face.
yeah, stuff
Make
like
your
that.
face, I have to say.
Yeah, like you just have to be patient and you have to be professional. Like whatever happens, you have to know that, you know, this is a job. You have to go in there, you have to do your work, and then you have to go out. Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, there's so much, but I think this is like the
Most
foundation.
important,
Yeah.
the basis.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thank you for your suggestions.
A lot.
But I'm not asking for myself.
Yeah,
Definitely
for
no.
the girls.
Yes. Could you please briefly tell us about your current work?
My current work. I mean, I'm still working as a model. I have like contract with like a few companies, so I'm working with like a few companies, and then also like my boyfriend and I, we have a video studio. I mean, he does most of the work, but I mean, I do help. Yeah, but like it's still like I'm like working backstage whenever we have to do like a video commercial and stuff. So like I'm backstage like watching and helping and stuff like that. So I mean, that's also part of my work, I guess.
Yeah, we have a small part of it. Let's take a look.
Yeah. Okay, so my hobby it's actually my profession, but at this point it's just a hobby because I just do it when I have time or when I want to do it. So, but like, you know, it's makeup, obviously, because, you know, I'm a makeup artist, but it's like, the reason why it's a hobby is because it like takes my mind off things, you know. I can be like super stressed, but then if I do my own makeup or someone else's makeup, I just forget about everything and then I'm just like in my own world, so that's why I love to do it. My favorite makeup is actually really grunge. Like, you know, like baby doll or Barbie is not my style at all. I like it smoky, I like it dark, but at the same time I do like it a little bit natural, you know. Like I don't like to change someone's face like completely. That's not my style. I just like it to be I just like to enhance the features, and then just like a dark smoky eye. That's like my favorite type of makeup. I've never been in a makeup competition because I actually never had time. But when I was in Berlin, like before I graduated, I was actually working behind the scenes of Berlin Fashion Week as a makeup artist. It was weird because like the first season I was there as a makeup artist, and the next season I was there as a model. So it was actually nice. I'm like actually mostly focused on like fashion makeup, like for editorials or something like that. But like I did do like, there was this once back in Berlin, I actually went for a commercial. I worked in a Christmas theater. That was not, I did not like that. Actually, and also I went like to a movie set once, but like for only one day. And since I worked in all these fields, I actually realized that fashion, like editorial stuff, is actually my favorite. Runway makeup is actually my favorite. It's like, because you don't change too much, you know, it's like light, but like pretty and mysterious. That's why I like runway makeup the most.
You spent your childhood in Germany, right? And then you came back to Mongolia when you were a teenager, right? So had you felt maybe differences in the maybe culture of those two countries? And if you had those difficulties, how did you overcome them?
Okay, yeah. I mean, of course, differences was pretty big, I have to say. It was actually kind of funny. I mean, I understood Mongolian, like I understood everything, but when I wanted to talk, sometimes I couldn't, you know, like the words wouldn't come in, or like I was like a little bit shy because I thought I couldn't speak well. And because of that, I didn't make that many friends in the beginning, and I was just like sitting there, like trying to study, but then I think studying like you know the subject Mongolian language. Do you say that? Like Mongolian language was the hardest for me because when I wanted to write, I was like, oh my God, how do you write that? I mean, I tried my best, but it was still so hard because you know the alphabet, everything is completely different. And then in Germany, when I was studying there, it's pretty much it's
Easier?
not easier, but like it's more free, you know, like freedom is a little bit more to the students because like the teachers cannot get mad at the students. Like they cannot.
The attitude.
Yeah, they cannot do that. Like the kids can be like little assholes, but like the teachers still, you know, they cannot. Yeah, they really can't. They can't punish them. They can't get mad at them because that's against the rules. But then in Mongolia, oh my God, like the kids were getting beatings from the teachers. I was like, wow, you're actually like the teachers are actually allowed to do that. Like, wow, damn. And then like when the teachers like just scream 1, 2, 3, everyone would be like dead silent. And I was like, wow, the kids here are actually like really well behaved because in Germany that's not the case at all. And then also I think there's like the big cultural difference. I remember like, because you know I grew up without a dad. And then in Germany, you know, like that's not a big problem. No one even talks about that. It's like, it's whatever, you know, like there's so many families that grow up like that. And then to me, because I grew up in Germany, that was such a normal thing. I was like, yeah, I don't have a dad and whatever. But then I came to Mongolia and I was like, oh my God, you don't have a dad? You're like half orphan. And I was like, I'm an orphan? And then I told my mom and then she was just like, what? No. I don't know, it's just stuff like that, you know. I was like so shocked. I was like people were feeling bad for me, and I was like, but why? Like.
So, and how long did it take to to just land, let's say?
Yeah, land back.
Yes, back to Earth.
I think I really don't remember. I think it's been like a year or something, and then after a year, like. My speaking was getting so much better and stuff like that. I think it took me like a whole year though, because there were like so many different like culture differences that sometimes I just couldn't get. I was like, why? Yeah, but yeah, I mean like after like a year, I was pretty Mongolian.
Pretty.
Right now, welcome to my photo shoot. I'm here at a photo shoot for a Mongolian brand. It's called O. So like we're right in the middle of it, and besides that, like the one thing I'm actually focusing on lately is pretty much just modeling. I have like a few contracts, and then there are like so many other companies I actually work with. And then so we have like shoots. We also do like social marketing, social media stuff, everything, and then also like entertainment stuff. So like pretty much all that, but everything is like tied together in fashion. Lockdown was hard. Like I'm pretty sure everyone can agree. It was like the whole world was just falling apart. I mean, for us too, because especially, I mean, my work, it focuses on, it depends on actually going out, you know, like talking to people, doing photo shoots, doing runways, fashion shows. And because we couldn't do any of that, like financially, oh my God, that was hard. That was pretty hard. But lockdown is ending little by little. We're not really there yet, but it's getting there. And yeah, I mean, work is starting again. Financially, everything is getting better again, thankfully. But like, I do have to say, I mean, during lockdown, me and my boyfriend and like our video studio, we were like doing a lot of videos. Like we were doing videos for like our Facebook page, for our YouTube videos. And it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of like cooking videos, eating videos, so I gained a lot of weight, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure everyone gained a lot of weight. So yeah, I mean, we tried to work with companies during lockdown, but obviously, I mean, the companies are struggling too, you know, so we cannot, it was hard, but like, it's getting better. Well, my schedule, it's pretty hectic, like especially now that lockdown is over, everyone's work is starting, photo shoots are starting again, marketing jobs are starting again. So it's like, I mean, for me, like my jobs, like the difference from every other job is I don't like sit in an office and I don't look at the same people every single day, which I am actually happy about because that's what I personally prefer. So right now, we're just like, I have something different every day. Some days I have photo shoots, some days I have meetings, sometimes I have to like sign contracts that, you know, people have to know that that actually takes a whole ass day too.
Could you please tell us what future plans do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I have like, I think I have like more than 2 plans, but one of them is definitely having my own brand. I started working on that, but I don't want to really talk about that too much. But I also want to, like, I still want to work abroad, you know, like as a model for like a few more years. I don't think I have that much energy to work for too many years now, because, you know, like stability is so important to me now. It wasn't when I was younger, but now, like just having a routine is so.
Having your family.
Yeah, having my family, having my daughter next to me.
Stabilize you.
Yeah, like that's like having a stable life is like so important for my mental health. That's what I actually had to figure out during the years.
Yes.
Yeah, so like because of that, I don't think I'm gonna work like so many years abroad, but like I still want to work a few years, you know.
In Germany?
Just in Europe, not in Germany. Okay, maybe I can base in Germany and then I can go from there to like, you know, other countries, because, you know, that's how it works. Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah, just because. But then also I do want to have my own brand.
The name is?
Oh, I cannot say that.
Okay.
That's like still in the works. I'm still like, you know, doing stuff for it. Yeah, but then there's also like one other field I want to work in. It's also in the entertainment field, but I don't want to say what it is. Yeah.
Will not
so
exist.
It's like there's like a few paths that I want to take, but then I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, you know, I'm pretty sure it's going to come together somehow. But yeah, these are like a few things that I want to do.
Okay, thank you very much for coming, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you all the best, and of course, with your brand, which is which is kept as a secret, right?
Yeah, for now.
Okay, for now. Okay. So that's why wish you all the best and good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we had makeup artist and stylist Miss Tugs Saruul. We will see you next time. Until that, please stay safe and thank you.
Bye.